Yeah, they just won fucking 8-0, but the game before they drew against the Czech Republic.
Belgium.
Belgium.
Who'd they beat 8-0?
They beat Belarus 8-0.
Did you just say Belarus?
Yeah,
You mean Belarus?
Belarus.
Carl,
They beat Belarus 8-0.
please tell me you're just saying Belarus to be funny and you know it's Belarus.
Belarus. Come on, I know the English language. Like, of course I'm fucking with you, dipshit.
Okay, cool. Okay, I had to make sure.
Bro, but they fucking drew against the Czechs and then just shit. Like,
You're
we're able to.
Carl, you're in no position to talk about how any national team is performing.
Bro, what do you mean? I'm allowed to say that.
You're German,
They do not deserve it,
but you're German,
and we're trash.
and you lost to North Macedonia. You know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
not saying that we're good.
yeah.
Bro, we
You
got.
should be, though. You shouldn't have lost to North Macedonia. You should have beat North Macedonia the same way freaking Belgium beat Belarus.
Yeah, but we can always go back to that Spain game earlier this year.
But that's understandable. It's Spain.
I don't even think that's that understandable.
I don't know. I feel actually it wasn't understandable when Germany
not.
smacked Brazil. Never mind. It's not understandable.
That's not based on the German roster versus the Spanish roster. The Spanish roster should not have put up 6 goals against the German roster in any way, shape, or form, and the German roster should have at least put up 1 or 2 goals.
So what you're saying is Germany's shit, and you're excited for Jurgi Low to hop down.
I'm excited to see who the next manager is to come about.
Hey yo, welcome to the High Kicks podcast. It's our
Good.
It's our 20th episode. I didn't really realize that until I sat down here to open this and name the file, because the last one was 19. So
We
cool.
got an exciting one this week.
We do
Instead
got
of
an
a
exciting
normal
one.
episode, because of the international break, we're gonna be drafting teams, and we're gonna see
We already
who.
mentioned the little draft that we were planning on doing with our minus of the top 6. Wow, I said minus. Our non-inclusion of players from the Premier League Big 6 in our selection and a budget of £300 million. I don't know.
Um,
I feel like there's a lot of places we can go.
you can hit Villa, you could hit Leicester, you could hit
West Ham.
West Ham, you could hit a
I mean,
bunch of teams.
there's players everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think
Um, before we get started, so before we did this, Carl and I had a little discussion about who was going to have the first pick in this draft, and he was like, rock, paper, scissors this, rock, paper, scissors that. And I was like, bro, one, this whole thing started out as my senior project. Two, I'm the one who does all the tech and all the editing. Three, it was my idea to do the draft. We are not rock, paper, scissoring for this.
yeah, so Brian's gonna get the first pick, but
Yeah. So
not the worst thing in the world.
it's not the worst thing in the world, but so we're building from the back. We're starting with our goalkeeper, and then we're going right back and moving across, moving into our midfield, and then picking our wingers and our attackers. I think before we start the draft, Carl, what formation you running?
I'm gonna be running a 4-2-3-1.
You are running a 4-2-3-1.
Yes.
Cool.
Probably narrow, just because FIFA. Bro, you gotta make that.
I mean, you didn't put your hand on your freaking vein on your arm though, so.
Oh wait. I'm standing up.
Yeah, so we got, what is it? Oh yeah, I gotta say my formation.
Yeah,
I
what
gotta say
formation
my
are you running?
I just ripped on you for saying FIFA, but also a 4-2-3-1. I'm not gonna say narrow necessarily because like bruh, just say 4-2-3-1 and then tactically you can tell them to stay narrow. You don't need to name your formation narrow. This is real
Yeah,
world, not
bro,
FIFA.
bro, it's FIFA. Everything is just FIFA.
Everything is not just FIFA.
Well, according to the way that Germany's playing, it is. But all right, let's move on. With the first pick of this year's 2021 draft.
Oh yeah, I was also gonna like give us little podiums for this and like build like a background that had our high kicks logo behind us and make it look real. But it's a pain in the ass to do the tech on the green screen to make it look good in Carl's room because his lighting is doo doo. And okay,
I got Christmas lights.
I keep hitting my hand on my mic, so if anybody hears any like thumping throughout this, I'm
Because
sorry.
Brian's stupid.
You know what, Carl? We don't need to spit facts on this podcast right now. We need to spit facts about footy.
What's
Okay?
even more facts?
What?
Godzilla versus King Kong. All right,
Yo,
all right.
hold on,
Let's
hold
just
on.
ignore that.
Hold up. No, I'm not going to ignore that because I was playing Rocket League with a friend earlier, and I texted my group chat of friends earlier today, and one of this friend was like, "Yo, I'm in class, but I can play from 4 to 8." And I'm like, "Yo, schedule it out." And he's like, "Yeah, me and my friends were watching the Godzilla Kong movie at 8." And I was like, "Respect."
Yeah.
Before we continue,
I'm gonna have to watch it tonight.
I'm gonna have to watch it too. Apparently, it was good.
I'm probably having a watch party later if you want to pull through.
All right,
But
I'll pull through.
That's another story.
Well, no, I was just gonna
move on.
ask who you got. I feel like the people want to know who you got.
I have to go for Godzilla.
I mean, you feel like it's got to be Godzilla, but like I feel like Monkey.
But Monkey.
But Monkey. I also feel
Monkey.
like it's got to be the monkey because there'd be no suspense in the movie if the giant radioactive dinosaur monster won.
But
Just-
Monkey.
That's what I'm saying.
And-
But Monkey.
But like flamethrower laser thing. Like I don't even know. Like,
Did you see in the
alright.
trailer Godzilla or not Godzilla? Whatever. Monkey catches it. But that's besides the
But
point.
I didn't understand that.
I didn't either.
I did
but
see that.
We'll watch the movie later and we'll figure it out. We might
Yeah.
might have to talk about it later because I feel like it's gonna be decent. We're gonna get into the
Yeah.
draft. I feel like anybody at home, if they were in my position right now with the first pick in this draft,
Has an obvious pick.
has an obvious pick with their goalkeeper. Emiliano Martinez. I did a little bit of research before this, so I have a bunch of players next to me. I'm gonna see if I can get them all.
I have a couple players listed, and then I'm sort of.
I also did my values, so I might be able to put that up at the end. Actually, I will be able to put that up at the end.
Yeah, I have my values as well, but we won't be mentioning them until later in the episode.
Yeah.
So
Emi Martinez is my goalkeeper because I have a brain. So we are underway.
All right. And then with my first pick, something more obscure. And
also, it is a snake draft. Everybody, this is a snake draft. So I pick
Yeah.
my goalkeeper. Carl picks his goalkeeper and his right back. I pick right back, center back, and so on.
Okay. Well, with my first pick, I have to go for Meslier from the man, the myth, the legend, Leeds. And everyone loves Leeds, including Dembele. So just gonna put that in there.
That's fair. Second pick,
But
because you got a right back.
with my second one, I'm going for someone who's out right now because I really want them to go to Bayern Munich, and I think they may be potentially one of the best right backs in the world, up and coming. Tariq Lamptey.
You're taking Lamptey. You're taking Meslier.
Yep.
Interesting. I mean, it makes sense. You asked me if I was gonna take Meslier, and like Meslier would be my second choice.
Melier is obviously the second choice just because of how
I
young he is.
I like Lamptey. It's a good choice. I agree with you that he's going to be one of the best out there in a couple years.
Yeah, I
Also,
think there's a little more development, and this injury may hold him back a little bit, but I think there's a lot of room for him.
good picks. Good picks. I like it. I though am going to take for my second pick. I got options. I like young right backs. There's a lot of them. I also am going to take a versatile young right back who can play both sides. Also injured. I'm taking James Justin.
Oh, I feel stupid now.
I mean, yeah. And then I'm putting Ben White next to him. Ben White is the first center back that I am taking in this because
Okay.
I like him. I like him at Brighton. He's young. I feel like I'm personally building a squad that's more going to last a little bit, even though it should be for now. And I like Ben White. I think he's pretty good. So I'm taking him as my first center back.
He's a quality center back, and definitely can't take anything away from him this season. He's having a great season, and I think that leads into my picks. I'm gonna go for two more obscure picks in the back, honestly. I'm gonna go for the Colossus Yerry Mina because who doesn't want a 6'5" rock at the back? Tyrone Mings because he's having a great season.
Yerry Mina and Tyrone Mings.
Got to do it. That's a pretty good center back pairing right there. You got 6'5" and you got 6'2". In FIFA,
So
it's broken, but we'll see if real life it's broken.
you left the center back I wanted, and then I realized I should have taken last round.
Who?
Fofana? Bro. Bro.
I'm thinking about attackers. I'm just thinking about attackers. That's all I can do.
I mean, that's fair, but like, I'm going to take as my left back Cresswell. Taking Aaron Cresswell.
That one's interesting to me. Why are
He's
you taking him?
so he's 5.4 million
Okay, you
because
don't really
I
have to say much more for my understanding, but you can keep on
and
going.
there's been points this season in the Prem where he's been the most productive left back out there. I don't know if he still is, but there were
Nah.
points. I don't
Yeah,
think
he's
he
not
still
Shaw
is,
right now because
but
for some reason.
there were points, and so I mean 5.4 million for that.
Yeah, that's just a steal and a half, no matter what way you put it.
Exactly.
So I don't have anyone worth that value because that would be crazy. But
I do my research.
yeah, I'm gonna take Matt Target from Villa.
Good.
We'll see. I don't really know. I sort of just needed a left back, and he was cheap enough. He was only sitting around. Let me double check. 15.3. So not the biggest splash out there.
Not
Um,
terrible. I mean, so left backs that before we continue, or actually make your next pick.
oh
Make
yeah,
your next
and
pick.
then my first CDM. I'm hoping he can come back into some run of form similar to the way that he was at Napoli, but I'm going to be going for Allen because
You're taking
he hasn't
Allen
been
out of
performing.
Everton.
Yeah, he hasn't been playing that great, but I think there's a lot of potential for him in that squad, and I think there's a lot of potential in this squad with Tariq Lamptey back there.
That's fair. That's fair. So I have the luxury now of picking my CDM pairing.
Yeah.
Um, and considering that I just spent 5.4 million on my left back, and I did that on purpose,
Yeah, I sort of know where you're gonna go with this, and I couldn't. But
So first is Declan Rice because duh.
that one just hurts.
He's rated pretty highly. I rate him pretty highly. I think him and Suchek have been pretty dominant in the midfield for West Ham.
Fair, fair.
And then I was shocked when I saw my next pick's value when I was doing my research.
Who's this one?
Calvin Phillips at Leeds.
Bro, you have two legit CDMs.
Yep. So I'm chilling. I mean, his value is only 24.3. All values, everything I looked up was transfer market, but
Yeah.
I transfermarket.co.uk. This is all in pounds because we're dealing with the Premier League.
Yeah.
American problems.
I'm just a little pissed. That's a really solid back for you. Jesus Christ.
I mean, are you surprised?
All right, well, now my attack has to be better. It has to be.
I don't have as much money to spend there. Like,
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I have so much money to spend there. It has to be better than yours. And I'm going to sort of choose someone who's more attacking at a CDM position. I'm going to go for Prowse.
you're taking James Ward-Prowse.
Prowse.
So basically what you're
Because-
saying is my team can't foul your team anywhere near the box. Anywhere near the box.
Free kick season, baby.
Anywhere
I actually
near the
thought
box.
about that ahead of time and was like, I need a proper free kick taker on this team. So why not have the best one in the Prem? Like,
He's been the best one in the Prem for a couple of years now.
yes.
In
so
terms
why
of
not
like accuracy, it's insane. It's insane.
accuracy and percentage of actual scored ones?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's like ahead of De Bruyne. He's ahead of a lot of other surprising players there.
Who are you putting in front of
But
him?
so that's one of my picks. For my next pick, I'm going to be choosing Tielemans.
So hold on. You're putting James Ward-Prowse, who's typically more of an attacking player, at CDM, and Tielemans, who's typically more of a defensive player, and typically more of a CDM at attacking mid.
5-star weak foot.
Real life, Carl. Real life.
Think about it in real life. Think about Tielemans at a cam position. That's
Yes,
pretty scary.
But Prowse can't defend the same way Tielemans can defend.
They can interchange.
That's true.
Like, that's not like the biggest thing. Like, you literally just have Allen staying back, and then you have Tielemans and Prowse interchanging.
So why not a 4-1-2-3? Why a 4-2-3-1?
Because I like the way that it runs more. I like the centralization of the midfield.
That's fair, actually. That's fair.
Yeah, I really like the sort of diamond set formation because it allows for a lot of pressure on their defense while holding a decent bit of your own attack back. So I appreciate this formation specifically. And when it's done well, you get to see like the Bayerns of old and you get to see
I love it.
Yeah.
Yep. It's kind of like a 4-3-3.
Yeah, exactly.
4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, like call it whatever you want.
It's like an attacking 4-3-3 with the defensive aspects.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move on for my picks. I don't know how you didn't include this man's in your midfield. I've already said this dude looks like one of my friends. I sent the picture to all of my friends and they were all like, whoa. But my attacking midfielder is going to be James Maddison.
Oh my god.
You forgot James Maddison. You forgot James
I'll take
Maddison.
Tielemans though. I'll take Tielemans over Maddison.
No.
I would.
No. Not in the attacking position. No.
Bro, I would take him overall for me.
And then my right winger is somebody who can feed balls into the middle somebody who can dribble, and somebody who is absolutely freaking yoked.
Uh, Adama. You
Yep.
just said yoked.
Yep. So
Yeah.
I got Madison and Adama just chilling, you know.
All right, Madison, great pickup. Adama's been having such an off season,
So
and
Adama's been having such an off season because Adama typically sends the ball into the middle for
to
people to finish,
Jimenez.
and it's
Yeah,
kind of hard to send the ball in the middle for somebody to finish when one of the most lethal strikers
in the
in the
world.
world, in the world, isn't on the pitch.
Yeah,
So Adama still in open play is creating chances. He's dribbling by people. He's creating space. He's doing all of that at the same rate.
he's also just getting shut down sometimes, though, which it
Well,
was because
because
people are
teams,
getting more used to him.
yeah, but I mean, he's still fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
So don't try and downplay my pick.
All I'm saying is that it's not as great as my next picks. I'm surprised you didn't try to go for this person, but you probably don't have the money for it. I'm gonna go for Grealish.
You're going Grealish.
Yeah, I'm
I,
going Grealish left side.
I thought about it. I could have put Grealish instead of Madison, um, but I felt like that would have been rude.
Nah.
I felt like it would have been rude.
Sorry, I'm just I got him. I got him.
Who's on your other side?
uh Someone who has been the heart and soul for Leeds this season in an attack. Not Bamford,
I was gonna say that's the answer to the heart and soul of Leeds' attack.
Rafinha. He's been playing so well, and he literally just pulls up that right hand side and just
Yeah,
plays the perfect ball in. He's making chances, he's on the counter, he's getting up and down the pitch, he's doing everything that you want out of a right mid, right winger.
yep.
So
I'll give you
I'm
that.
putting him there.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Um, I'm just gonna move on. Honestly,
Yep.
I'm just gonna go to my next picks. Um, there's a little bit of a cheat code in the no players from the Big Six because we can take loanees. So I'm sliding over to West Ham for my left winger and taking Jesse Lingard
Fair.
because Jesse Lingard's form right now is incredible. He's playing out of his freaking boots.
He's the
And Carl, what do you think Jesse Lingard's value is?
17.
13.5.
13.5?
As of when I did my research the other day, actually, Transfer Market might have put out an update. So
We may have to just
we
do an edit on the values of these teams because we did find
I did my research
values a
like
couple days ago.
because we talked about doing this a couple weeks ago, and then we were doing it now. We did our research the other day.
Yeah, my values are from a couple days ago, so I can double
Yeah,
check
yeah.
afterwards, but
But
this is what our values will be once
this
we
is what our values were when we researched, and
we'll have estimated values and they will be close enough to the actual value.
yeah, we'll
Not
try.
much has changed.
Not much has changed. Some has changed. But
Yeah.
so I'm going with Lingard, and then
Oh yeah, who's your last pick?
who
I
would
feel
you
like it's pretty.
who would you put up top?
I'd not choose Bamford,
I
but
mean, you know me. I'm picking Bamford because
yeah.
I only had one player from Leeds on this squad, and I needed more. Also, he's the highest goal scorer of non-Big Six players. I'm pretty sure.
Which makes sense. But I'm gonna take someone who's been in such a crazy run of form, Ollie Watkins,
Ollie Watkins.
and he got called up to the England squad for his first year. So I'm really hope this is when he starts to break out. I think he's gonna be better than a lot of people think he is. But
Ollie Watkins,
yeah, I'm
who
gonna take
scored a
Ollie Watkins.
perfect hat trick against Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I haven't said it yet. I got to shout out Curtis Jones. Dude scored a goal today and got red carded for fighting. Yo, it's footy. It ain't hockey.
Yeah, no. But
Respect. Respect. Um
they still got eliminated
England's
on some
gonna.
BS, but it's whatever.
So we're back from a little cut. I just had to make sure our values were right because I had a little bit of a panic because you know you don't want to be wrong. But I'm also an idiot because I'm looking it up and I'm like, oh my god, everybody got more expensive. And then um
There's ice in his veins. Sorry.
no, it's more about me being an idiot because um I was on the US transfer market, so of course everyone's gonna be more expensive.
Quick maths.
Also, I'm just gonna have to roast myself. After the pause, I unpaused and left my mic behind me, so I had to do this like 2 more times.
So we'll keep on moving on. I gave Brian all of the values of my players. He has all the values of his players. They're all accurate, and it's time to actually see the prices of our two teams now that they're completed.
Um, so before we do that, who do you think is cheaper?
Mine based on defense.
Yours based on defense. You
I
think
would
yours
think
is
so.
you think yours is cheaper based on defense? I think I
I
could
think
see
yours
that.
may be slightly cheaper because of Cresswell, but
So
I
I know
maybe
the value of mine. Carl knows the value of his. I'm gonna pause OBS after we talk about this, and then he's gonna send me his, and then I'll put it up so we can like react. But I I don't know. I could see them being really, really, really close. I think I might have a little bit more value than you because of the back. I
yeah,
mean,
that's what I would say.
I don't know though, because Bamford's only 16.2, and Lingard's 13.5, and Adama's 31.5. So my front three is cheap. And my 5.4 for my left back, like
All I'm saying is just Madison and Rice. That's what I'm really basing it off of. Which I have Grealish and Tielman, so
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right, so let's figure this out. So Carl just sent me his value. A lot closer than I thought, honestly. Um,
yeah, and also it's not what I expected at all. But
so I clock in at 286.2 million pounds. Carl clocks in at 289.9 million pounds.
barely a difference to decide anything. Pretty much decided by wages at that point.
Yeah, we did not factor in wages into this because footy salaries, unlike salaries of athletes in the US, don't have to be made public.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's that they have to be made public in the US, it's just that they are.
Yeah, I don't really understand that why they are public. It's like the one thing not to like ask people. It's like, how much do you make? But like, that's whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
All I'm thinking about is the ice in the veins. Ice in the veins. Sorry, I just have that clip stuck in my head. That's gonna stick with me.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna be posting these squads on Instagram. Don't
Yep.
worry. The graphics are gonna look much better because I'm gonna just use lineup 11. Um duh. I feel like that's obvious. Um but I don't know. I feel like that went well. I feel like we should do more of those.
Yeah, I would definitely do another one. I think we should maybe increase. No, we could potentially do a different league or something.
We could do a different league.
We could really mix this up.
We
There's a
could.
lot of potential with what we can do.
Mhm.
let us know potentially. Let us know if you
Yeah.
guys would want to see a different league, if you guys would prefer a larger market value. Like instead of 300 million pounds, we would have like 600 mil or something like that.
I feel like if we had 600 mil, we couldn't limit ourselves to non-Big Six clubs.
No, you have to include Big Six clubs at that
You'd have to, I feel
point,
like, limit
but
the amount of players that you can take, though.
yeah, we would allow like
3 or 4.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
also should try to explore more players than the ones that we just chose as well.
Yeah. So, also, real quick, before we dip out of here, international break stuff.
Yeah.
Lewandowski's now hurt. Posted that on our Instagram page.
Which is massive for Bayern. Like they don't have him for the PSG clashes, so you never know what's actually going to happen. Of course, Bayern can run through any team, but that's when with Lewandowski, Goretzka may not do that. So we'll see what's going to happen.
I just more wanted to focus on the fact that he's gonna have, I think, 3 games to score 6 goals to break Jared Muller's record for most goals in a Bundesliga season.
Yeah.
And the scariest thing is, like,
he could do it.
Well, I saw a poll on FootyBase today that Thiago posted, and like 60% of people were like, he's still gonna do it. And I'm in those 60% of people.
Yeah, so am I. He's Lewandowski for a reason. You don't add the name Goal to your name. Like, you are given that title. He was given that title. He is the greatest goal scorer as of recently. Well, Bayern history, he's second. So,
yeah.
Like, honestly, pure goal scoring abilities, I may have to give it slightly an edge to Lewandowski over Suarez. But overall striking ability and overall career, I'm going to have to give it to Suarez, which pains me to say.
I mean, it can't really pain you to say it. How? I'm sorry. There's no situation in any world, realm, whatever, that Lewandowski would...
that pain someone.
That should pain someone to say it. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Bro, I'm a Bayern fan.
I know you're a Bayern.
Be salty. I'm a Man U and Bayern fan. I'm salty about players every day.
That's fair. That's fair. Carl's just a salty boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This is a cool 20th episode. So like we said, let us know if you like the drafts. I'm going to see if I can reach out anywhere to get anyone else to pull this, because more opinion and more spread, like why not, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So thanks for tuning in. I think our intro is going to be ready, like next week, you said?
Yeah, something around there, a week or two. So be listening for that. It'll be a lot of fun, and we can add a little bit of it for the outro as well. So you guys will be getting music.
Original music too. Not
exactly.
Not from me. Not from Carl. From Carl's friend.
Yes, sir.
Carl's friend Ricky. Because
shameless plug, Ricardo Sanchez.
Because I'm sporty and techie, and Carl does environmental science and hits drums. Neither of us know how to do music production.
So that's where you get the music producer in.
Yep.
And it works pretty well.
Other shout outs. I don't know if I've given all these. Shout out Caroline for our logo, because I think I have shouted you out for this because it's dope.
It's a very nice logo. Thank you.
I like that. Britt, you helped on that too. Neither of them really listened to this because
soccer.
Footy's not really their thing. And shout out to Britt for the website also, because website's looking pretty good. Yeah. So thanks for tuning in, and we will be back next week after Prem comes back with some more game breakdown and a little bit more stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
Hope you guys have a wonderful time. We'll be back.
Peace.